Hi Spirit Fam, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a new moon reading for you that is going to be happening on December the 14th. I actually love doing new moon and full moon readings for you. So the new moon, as you've seen in my last new moon reading, if you want to watch that, you can look at it right here. Okay, so a new moon is really about bringing something in, something new that you're either wanting to manifest, that you're wanting to create, or that you sort of want to build upon for something in the future, okay? So what I love about new moons is that it gives you an opportunity to dream. It gives you an opportunity to sort of imagine the impossible. And, you know, manifestation is something that a lot of people do, but a lot of people misunderstand. So I want to see what the angels and the ascended masters have to tell us for this new moon that is coming up on December the 14th. For those of you that are new, welcome. My name is Eileen. I'm a spiritual advisor, intuitive coach, and an angel communicator. I provide you with guidance, wisdom, and inspiration every week right here on this channel. Please be sure that you subscribe. We would love to have you be a part of the Spirit Fam. Please comment down below. We love hearing from you guys. Please give us a like. It truly does help our content. And hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time I release new content. Without further ado, let's get into today's new moon reading. Back. All right, so just so that you all remember, I have pre-shuffled the cards. I do that off camera. Also, this is going to be a general reading for the collective. So it will not resonate with everyone. I ask that you take with you what you want and leave the rest behind. Also, if you are new to my channel, know that I take jumpers from the pack. I don't like to choose my own cards. So let's go ahead and see what the angels and the ascended masters have to tell us for this new moon, December the 14th. Now, in case you're wondering, a lot of times people wonder why I knock on the cards. That is just to release stagnant energy. All right, first card up. We have Temperance in reverse. Okay, now we've got two more that fell out. Okay, and we need three more. What do the angels and the ascended masters have to tell us this new moon, December the 14th? What do they have to tell us this upcoming new moon, December the 14th? Okay. We've got two more here. Oh, they're both reversed. That says quite a bit. Okay. All right. What do the angels and ascended masters want us to be aware of this new moon, December the 14th? Okay. So that one fell out. Okay. All right. Let me flip these over. All right, so that I can see what we're working with. Okay. All right, so here is what we've got. So first card, we have Temperance in reversed. Okay, so Temperance. Temperance is really about patience. It is also about balance, the balancing of the energies and the flows. So what this tells me is that the position that it's in, this tells me what you have released, okay? So because Temperance is in reverse, this really sort of brings to my attention that maybe you haven't been patient enough with yourself. Maybe you're resisting the changes that need to occur. And I sort of feel like it's because So I want you to pay close attention to how this card has both the sun and the moon, okay? The sun represents your true, utter happiness, okay? The moon represents greater learning, your intuition, but it also represents the dark side, the aspects that need to be released, okay? A lot of times when we speak about duality, about good, bad, negative, positive, people often look at that in a very misconstrued way. And what this is really telling me is that if you're not being patient with yourself and you're not truly listening to what it is you're trying to let go of, you're really sort of holding yourself back from that true balance and divinity of truly learning. What I'm really kind of picking up is that maybe, I'm not saying maybe, this is a definite, because I'm hearing this in my head, you're afraid of truly looking because you're afraid of what you're going to find. And so you're trying to rush it. So I want to point out that there are a lot of people in the collective right now that are waking up spiritually. They're going through this fast-paced enlightenment, and it sort of feels very daunting and very overwhelming. There are a lot of people also going through what I call the dark night of the soul, where it's sort of like a death and a rebirth all at the same time, okay? And when someone is not used to viewing their life in a way as greater lessons, like higher learning, then it can get very complicated because people want to rush through the hard stuff. The reason I say that is because right underneath Temperance, we have the Hierophant in reversed as well, okay? The Hierophant really speaks about higher learning. It speaks about spirituality, true enlightenment, awakening, okay? And for this new moon, maybe what's going on here is that, with the Temperance, with the patience, and truly seeing both all aspects of your own spiritual growth, your spiritual awakening, it's sort of becoming very daunting because you're being overwhelmed by everything that's going on, okay? So here's what I feel the overall message is going to be for the collective this new moon. Because there are so many people going through spiritual awakenings and true enlightenment, and there are quite a few of you in the collective who are experiencing or are going to be experiencing the dark night of the soul, it is important that you be patient with yourself. It is important that you truly listen to yourself. And then it is important that you see all aspects of this journey and experience, okay? So with the Temperance, what this is really asking for you to bring into your awareness as you go through this, if you are feeling overwhelmed, if you feel that you're sort of being tested, or you feel that there is just so much going on that you don't even know which way to look, and you feel as if you're sinking or as if you're dying in a sense, what they're really asking you to do is to call upon them, call upon your guides, call upon spirit to help you go through this transition. We also have the Strength card, okay? The Strength card really speaks about that inner strength. It speaks about that inner lioness, or the inner lion that is within you that comes from deep within. We all have that inner strength in us. And it's also about connecting inwardly to your heart. You know, as you go through this awakening, as you go through this experience of sort of a death and a rebirth all at the same time, they're really wanting you to be aware that even though it might seem like you're not strong enough and that you're not going to be able to pull through, know that you are. Because at some point you're going to recognize, at the end of the journey, you're going to see yourself and you're going to go, man, I did it. I truly did it. What's coming to mind to me is really the stages of a caterpillar to a butterfly. That's really what it is, you know. A caterpillar does what it needs to do to prepare itself for the journey ahead, right? And its journey is really about getting to that cocoon stage, because when they get to that cocoon stage, and that's really what's happening right now in the collective, is that people are getting into that cocoon stage. And as you're in the cocoon, you don't know what's going on outside of you. When you're in that cocoon, all you have is everything that is within where you are. And that's really what the whole experience is, because there's inner turmoil going on inside of you and you just don't really understand what it all means or how to decipher it, and you sort of feel like you're alone because you're in this cocoon. Now, I say that because we have the Seven of Wands, okay? And the Seven of Wands really speaks about everything outside of you is sort of coming at you. And here you are in your bubble, protecting yourself, keeping yourself centered and serene, okay? As you go through this experience, this new moon, because this is a new moon, we just had a full moon in Scorpio, which was really about full on emotions. And I think the collective as a whole is expanding their own awareness and consciousness in their emotions, because I think for so long, so many people within the collective, me included, really felt that being overly emotional was really bad. And that is not the case. We have to go through the experience of the emotions to truly understand its opposite, okay? And the Seven of Wands really speaks about you putting yourself at the center. And as you're in the center, know that you have your worth, you have your value, and you're guarding your light. You need to guard that which you hold sacred, okay? And in this experience and in this journey, you are discovering who you are. When you're in that cocoon, you're recognizing that at the center, that is all that matters, is you. And as you go through that experience, as you allow yourself to transform in those stages of being in that cocoon, you emerge so much better, okay? So the Seven of Wands is really about you protecting yourself, not listening to what other people say, what they do, how people react, how they respond. It's really about you protecting yourself, you believing in yourself and guarding your own light, protecting it, okay? We then have the Hierophant, which we talked about earlier, okay? The Hierophant is really about higher learning, and it's also about that spiritual growth. As you walk the path of life, you evolve, you grow, you expand, you become, you understand certain experiences in your life at a much deeper level. You then recognize the meaning and the purpose behind that one person that came into your life and why it happened the way that it happened. All of a sudden, it's like all of the pieces of the puzzle start to make sense and you start to see the bigger picture. That's really what the Hierophant is, okay? We then have the Four of Pentacles, and it came out reversed, okay? So the Four of Pentacles is really about you guarding. Now, okay, so this is what I'm hearing, hoarding, okay? Are you hoarding, or are you blah, blah, blah. Are you grasping on to your past experiences so tightly because you're afraid of letting them go? Now, I really feel that this is really bringing into our awareness about all of these people going through this massive awakening and going through the dark night of the soul, that there are parts of ourselves that we have to let go, right? Don't hold on so tightly to that older version of who you were and your older understandings of those situations, those experiences, or those lessons. Be willing to let them go. Don't hold on to them because they're not serving you. In this new world, in this new enlightenment of greater awakening and greater understanding, we see the deeper meanings and the greater understandings and the greater lessons behind all of it. It's almost like viewing it from a very bigger picture. I want you to first recognize that with the Four of Pentacles, it's really about you recognizing that you have everything that you need, okay? You've experienced everything that you've experienced because it has helped you become who you are right now, okay? But there are certain things in your life, whether it's certain experiences that you've experienced with other individuals, if there's certain things that you've experienced that you feel almost like you're holding on to it and you don't need to hold on to it anymore because it doesn't define you. It helped build you and it helped you become who you are now, but it's not what you need to help you become who you're meant to become, if that makes any sense. So that's the Four of Pentacles. We then have the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is beautiful because what this is telling me is that you're going to be successful at the end of this journey. It might seem really tough. And the Six of Wands speaks about success and celebration of a big achievement, okay? And because there's so many people going through this mass awakening and going through this dark night of the soul, and it's very daunting and it's scary a little bit and it's very challenging. It almost feels like it's a struggle. It's a fight to the death to just be able to get to the end of it. And you're gonna be very successful. I love how it's right after the Four of Pentacles, because what the Four of Pentacles was really telling me was that you're holding on to certain experiences in your life. You're holding on to them for dear life. And what Spirit is really asking you to do is let them go. See them for what they were. Understand that they helped you become who you are right now. But you don't need to continue to tell that same story. That story does not define who you are meant to become. It is only there to help build you into the person that you are now, but it isn't going to help you become the person that you're meant to become. When you can truly do that, when you can truly recognize your own inner strength and let go of what no longer serves you, whatever story it might be, whatever experience that you might have encountered or experienced, it's really about letting it go, recognizing your worth and your value, and allowing yourself to be able to get to the end of your journey and see your successes and your wins. So for the new moon, this is going to be about some spiritual enlightenment and some healing and some dark night of the soul experience. So I hope that that you got lots of great, amazing golden nuggets here. And, if any of you have any questions about my dark night of the soul experience, I am going to be working on a video that I will be doing very soon about my dark night of the soul experience and what it felt like, what I learned from it, and how it has helped me to truly become who I am and be able to coach and sort of share this experience with everyone in a very different way. A lot of my experiences do not define who I am or who I want to become. They're just an experience. They're meant to teach me something. And that's the whole point of that spiritual enlightenment in that journey and that experience, is because it's meant to really teach you something to become a better version of who you are. So thank you all so much for joining me today, and we'll see you next time. Namaste, guys.